Just these two little things here can cause an awful lot of suffering around sleep. And I know it sounds like I'm being an overly dramatic, sensitive little flower when I say that, but this is what triggered my own insomnia. So for me, the rabbit hole goes pretty deep.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I opened up a newspaper where I read that kiwi fruit, because they contain serotonin which then converts to melatonin, they would make me sleep. And yet, probably for about a week or so, I would say I was sleeping a little bit better, which on the surface it doesn't seem like a bad thing. But what I've just done is teach my brain that there was something very wrong with me and my innate ability to sleep. So this erosion of confidence in your innate ability to sleep is so common with insomniacs. So just have a listen to my own story and just see how many parallels you can draw. Because if I can show you how common these things are, I can also show you how easy they are to escape from as well. So before I had insomnia, all I did was go to bed and I slept, but now I've got a serotonin problem and I need something external to force me to sleep. And then that external thing I was using to force me to sleep, it stopped working. But of course the kiwi fruit didn't stop working because it never really worked in the first term. What it did was it made me less anxious, less stressed, less worried around my sleep, because I just delegated the work and the effort of sleeping to the kiwi fruit. I said, okay, you take over now, kiwi fruit, you make me sleep. And because it worked before, then I stopped trying to sleep, and that's why I slept. And when I had that poor night of sleep again, when I was still taking the kiwi fruit, and I thought, oh, the kiwi fruit stopped working, but they were working before. So rather than stop taking them, I'm going to keep taking them, and I'm going to add some cherries into the mix as well. And then they stopped working, so I'm going to add some grapefruit and then some chamomile tea, some valerian tea, some lettuce water. And very quickly it just spiraled out of control, because I thought, well, this isn't working, so maybe I've got a GABA problem, so now I need to start taking GABA before bed. So I started taking GABA before bed, and I thought, well, I've got a serotonin problem and I've got a GABA problem, but maybe I've got a dopamine problem as well, so I need to take some theanine, some CBD, some magnesium, and literally by the end of my insomnia, this entire cocktail of things here, this is what I was using every single night to try and force myself to sleep, and it just drove so much anxiety, so much stress and worry. So let me ask you a question. Does all of this stuff here look like what something a normal sleeper would do to make themselves sleep? And of course the answer is no. And so if you're taking kiwi fruit, if you're taking supplements, if you're taking anything before bed to force yourself to sleep, I just want you to ask that same question. Is this something a normal sleeper would do? And that's really where I want to get you to with these videos, to start doing the behaviours that a normal sleep would do, because there is nothing wrong with you. You don't have a melatonin problem, you don't have a dopamine or a GABA problem. Insomnia is anxiety, it's stress, it's worry driven, and it's driven by a poor quality fragmented sleep drive. So I really want to encourage you to let go of all these supplements and all these sleep-inducing food, because they don't work, and you know deep down they don't work, because if they did work, you wouldn't have insomnia. And to let go of them is an incredibly hard thing to do, because when you've got insomnia, you're anxious, you're stressed, you're desperate to sleep. You just need a life raft to cling on to. Even though you deep down you know they don't work, the thought of doing nothing you can't do, because you're just so desperate to sleep, you just trying anything to make yourself sleep. So even things you just think, well, if I stop taking these things, I'm going to sleep even worse. But actually, these are what are driving your insomnia. So I'm going to give you a life raft to cling on to. I want you to swap out all these supplements and all these sleep-inducing food with behavioural changes that do help you sleep, and with these techniques that I'm teaching in my videos to reduce the anxiety, the stress and the worry around sleep, because that is how insomnia is overcome, not by all of this nonsense. Please do hit that subscribe button. The more subscribers I get, the more videos I can make. So if you want to help yourself sleep and help this channel, I would really appreciate that. In terms of the direction of this channel, I'm going to be delving much deeper into insomnia, so covering topics like insomnia and low self-esteem, low self-confidence, self-worth, because this is a topic I know incredibly well, because during my 2 decades of insomnia, it completely stripped everything I had from my life, and it left me in a place where I didn't feel that I deserved to be free of it. And I know that sounds quite extreme and dramatic, but the longer you've had it, the more it erodes and chips away at you. So this is a topic I want to be delving more deeply into, and I'm going to be covering insomnia and low self-esteem in the next video. But in terms of the videos coming up, we've got insomnia and relationships, bed sharing, discussing techniques to deal with the anxiety, the stress and the worry in bed. So I'm really going to be putting a lot of effort and time into this channel. And if you really want to overcome your insomnia, please do take a look at the links in the description for my books, my audiobooks and my step-by-step 8-week video course on Udemy. It's $13.99 if you use the voucher code in the description instead of the usual 50 quid. So that's my sales pitch out of the way, and I'll see you on the next video for insomnia and low self-esteem.